Welcome to Sports Love Media on YouTube. It's your guy Sports Love with another video today. We still are continuing the series of dollars and cents, money relating to sports. And today's video is going to be monetary salaries of college coaches in football, basketball, and baseball, and any other college coaches that I have information for. And these salaries are for just the ones that are making more than $1 million per year. So let's get into this, shall we? And some of these, and keep in mind also, some of these coaches do not coach anymore. They've either retired, they've been fired, they've transferred to somewhere else, or there might be other reasons why they might still not be coaching there. And also, these figures are based of as of most of it's from last school year, some of it's from this school year, so it's possible some of these coaches are making more money now through different means, through bonuses and by means of contract extensions where they're making more money. So this might be a little bit old information, but this is the information that I have right now regarding the subject matter. So with that being said, let's get into this. Nick Saban, Alabama, $11,107,000. Dabo Sweeney, Clemson, $10,884,775. Kirby Smart, Georgia, $10,705,600. Ryan Day, Ohio State, $10,271,250. Mel Tucker, Michigan State, $10,015,350. Brian Kelly, LSU, $9,975,000. Jimbo Fisher, Texas A&M, $9,150,000. Mark Stoops, Kentucky, $9,013,600. Lane Kiffin from Ole Miss and Josh Heupel, Tennessee, $9 million each. James Franklin, Penn State, $8,500,000. Jim Harbaugh, Michigan, $8,254,600. Luke Fickell, Wisconsin, $7,625,000. Mike Gundy, Oklahoma State, $7,625,000. Mike Norvell, Florida State, $7,300,000. Billy Napier, Florida, $7,270,000. Brent Venables, Oklahoma, $7,100,000. Kirk Ferentz, Iowa, $7 million. Dan Lanning, Oregon, $6,624,999. Hugh Freeze, Auburn, $6,500,000. Brett Belina, Illinois, $6,500,000. Sam Pittman, Arkansas, $6,357,350. Kyle Whittingham, Utah, $6,325,000. Shane Beamer, South Carolina, $6,125,000. PJ Fleck, Minnesota, $6 million. Ella Drinkwitz, Missouri, $6 million. Chip Kelly, UCLA, $5,979,167. Pat Nardozzi, Pittsburgh, $5,875,817. Lance Leopold, Kansas, $5,750,000. Steve Sarkisian, Texas, $5,600,000. Jeff Brom, Louisville, $5,550,000. Matt Rule, Nebraska, and Deion Sanders from Colorado, $5,550,000 each. Mike Loxley, Maryland, $5,550,000. Dave Doeren, North Carolina State, $5,024,390. Mac Brown, North Carolina, $5 million. Jonathan Smith, Oregon State, $4,850,000. Chris Kyleman, Kansas State, $4,750,000. Tom Allen, Indiana, $4,510,000. Justin Wilcox, California, $4,400,000. Danny Holgerson, Houston, $4,300,000. Dave Clawson, Wake Forest, $4,284,656. Tony Elliott, not the race car driver, Virginia, $4,250,000. Kalen Dobert, Washington, he was making $4,200,000 last year. Joey McGuire, Texas Tech, $4,104,960. Dino Babbers, Syracuse, $4,063,138. Next we have is Matt Campbell, Iowa State, $4,005,537. Neil Brown, $4,005,000. Greg Schiano from Rutgers, Ryan Walters, Purdue, and Brent Pry, Virginia Tech, $4 million each. Kenny Dillingham, $3,850,000 from Arizona State. Scott Satterfield, Cincinnati, $3,535,000. Jed Fish, Arizona, $3,250,000. Jeff Halfley, Boston College, $3,120,012. Clark Lee, Vanderbilt, $3,051,881. Dave Aranda for Baylor, $3,021,003. Zach Arnett, Mississippi State, $3 million. Willie Fritz, Tulane, $2,842,000. Brent Key, Georgia Tech, $2,800,000. Jake Dickert, Washington State, $2,700,000. Jeff Traylor, UTSA, $2,550,000. Alex Golesh, South Florida, $2,500,000. Mike Houston for East Carolina, $2,355,804. Craig Bowl, Wyoming, $2,337,000. Gus Malzone, UCF, and Brett Brennan, San Jose State, $2,300,000 each. Ryan Silverfield, Memphis, $1,900,000. Jim Nora, Connecticut, $1,800,000. Let's see. Barry Odom, UNLV, $1,785,000. Andy Avalos, Boise State, $1,750,000. Jay Norvell, Colorado State, $1,700,000. Brian Newberry for the Navy, $1,600,000. Jeff Tedford, Fresno State, $1,550,000. Blake Anderson, Utah State, $1,375,000. Eric Morris for North Texas, $1,300,000, as well as Trent Differ from UAB, $1,300,000. Brady Hoke, San Diego State, $1,273,100. Jason Candle for Toledo, $1,125,000. Jim McElwain, Central Michigan, $1,025,420. Rich Rodriguez, Jacksonville State, Tim Beck of Coastal Carolina, John Sumrall, Troy, and Bill Pogge of Charlotte, $1 million each. That's just the head football coaches for the schools with the salaries over $1 million. Now, let's look at college basketball coaches, men or women, who are making more than $1 million a year in salary. First, we'll start with Tim Corbin for Vanderbilt, $2,447,059. Mike Bianco, Ole Miss, $1,625,000. Jim Schlossnagel, Texas, $1,580,000. Tony Vitello, Tennessee, $1,500,000. Dave Van Horn, Arkansas, $1,350,000. Kevin O'Sullivan, Florida, $1,290,000. Chris Lemonis from Mississippi State, $1,270,000. Jay Johnson, LSU, and Butch Thompson for Auburn, $1,250,000 each. Now, let's look at some college basketball coaches. Bill Self for Kansas, $9,625,642. John Calipari, Kentucky, $8,539,961. Tom Izzo, Michigan State, $6,196,164. Bruce Pearl, Auburn, $5,716,652. Rick Barnes, Tennessee, $5,700,000. Scott Drew, Baylor, $5,132,821. Dan Hurley, $5 million for UConn. Brad Underwood, Illinois, $4,700,000. Kelvin Sampson, Houston, $4,610,000. Nate Oates, Alabama, $4,530,045. Buzz Williams for Texas A&M, $4,487,215. Eric Musselman, Arkansas, $4,245,850. Mike Woods, Indiana, $4,200,000. Nick Cronin, UCLA, and Tony Lloyd, Arizona, $4,100,000 each. Tony Bennett, not the singer, Virginia, $4,021,787. Dennis Gates, Missouri. Dana Atman, Oregon. Ken Willard, Maryland, $4 million each. Jamie Dixon, TCU, $3,808,347. Andy Enfield, USC, $3,806,389. Greg Gard, Wisconsin, $3,765,875. Juwan Howard, Michigan, $3,761,300. Oh, yeah. Dan McConnell, Louisville. David Pierce, Texas, $200,000 or $1,200,000 each. Let's see. Moving on. Matt Painler, Purdue, $3,680,000. Jeff Carpel, Pittsburgh, $3,595,990. Steve Peichel, Rutgers, $3,550,000. Michael White for Georgia, $3,507,000. Fred Holberg, Nebraska, and Chris Hoffman, Ohio State, $3,500,000 each. Kenny Payne, Louisville, $3,484,026. Fran McAfee, Iowa, $3,304,500. Chris Beard, Ole Miss, $3,250,000. Jerome Tang, Kansas State, $3,223,333. Excuse me. Chris Jans, Mississippi State, $3,200,000. Jerry Stackhouse, $3,197,282, and he's from Vanderbilt. Chris Collins, Northwestern, $3,134,331. Mike Hopkins, Washington, $3,100,004. Porter Moser, Oklahoma, $3,100,000. Kevin Keats, North Carolina State, $3,021,722. Mike Boynton, Oklahoma State, and Ted Golden from Florida, $3 million each. Rodney Terry, Texas, $3,005,000. Grant McCasland, Texas Tech, $2,900,000. Bobby Hurley, Arizona State, $2,830,000. Wayne Tinkle, Oregon State, $2,800,008. Brad Brunell, Clemson, $2,760,935. Mike Young, Virginia Tech, $2,751,600. Mark Few, Gonzaga, $2,707,389. Matt Mann, LSU, $2,702,783. Mark Madsen, California, $2,675,000. Jim Laranga for Miami in Florida, $2,668,057. Tad Boyle, Colorado, $2,634,000. Hubert Davis, North Carolina, $2,600,000. Wes Miller, Cincinnati, $2,550,000. TJ Otzelberger, Iowa State, $2,504,179. Greg McDermott, from Creighton, $2,349,644. Brian Ducher, San Diego State, $2,303,100. Lamont Paris for South Carolina, $2,300,000. Leonard Hamilton, Florida State, $2,250,000. Shaka Smart, Marquette, $2,217,259. Damon Stoudemire, Georgia Tech, $2,180,000. Ben Johnson, Minnesota, $2,079,315. Craig Smith, Utah, $2,050,000. Earl Grant, Boston College, $1,879,984. Johnny Dawkins, UCF, $1,703,500. Ryan Odom, VCU, $1,700,000. Steve Forbes, Wake Forest, $1,645,426. Josh Eilert, West Virginia, $1,505,000. Kyle Smith, Washington State, $1,500,000. Steve Alford, Nevada, $1,253,700. Randy Bennett, St. Mary's, $1,083,315. Okay. Last but certainly not least, the women's college basketball coaches. Kim Mulkey, LSU, $3,264,000. Gino Ariema, from UConn, $3,100,000, as well as Don Staley from South Carolina, $3,100,000. Vic Schaefer, Texas, $2,300,000. Brenda First from Maryland, $1,884,085. Jeff Walls, Louisville, $1,754,000. Joni Taylor, Texas A&M, $1,500,000. Lisa Bluter, Iowa, $1,400,000. Terry Morin, Indiana, $1,250,000. Adia Barnes, Arizona, $1,200,000. Shauna Green, Illinois, $1,104,000. Kelly Harper, Tennessee, $1,100,000. Scott Rook, Oregon State, $1,094,520. Kelly Graves, Oregon, $1,075,000. Kevin McGruff, Ohio State, $1,040,000. Yolette McPhee, McCoven, Ole Miss, $1,035,000. Wes Moore, North Carolina State, $1,026,324. And Robin Flalick, Michigan State, $1 million. I know this is a long video, but this is a look at what college coaches are making that are making over $1 million in football, basketball, baseball, and any other stuff that I can find on the coaches that were making more than $1 million within the college ranks. Anyway, thank you for taking the time to hear this salary information for those individuals in those sports making over $1 million a year. If you will, please hit the like button, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the notification bell so you can be made aware of when I'm going over this dollars and cents video series with coaches' salaries, when I have sports education videos, when I have sports action videos, when I'm broadcasting live, or when I have breaking news of the sports world. Thank you and have a wonderful day.